Who's that? Who's that chick?
That's what you can expect to see at the clubs there.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
And this was in the fucking 40s.
This was the year 2002, maybe.
All right, let's start. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
I mean, those tits are unbelievable. And she seems so casual.
Very casual with the tits. I mean, tits were very casual here in this place.
Wow. All right.
Where you been and where you going? This is Ari's travel show, yeah. We're gonna talk about travel today. It's You Be Trippin, yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to You Be Trippin. I'm Ari Shaffir. I'm the host. It's a travel podcast where myself and a guest go to a different place of the world every episode. It's the only podcast that is endorsed by the Green Party. And today on the podcast, my friend Sal Vulcano,
woohoo, baby,
is on. First time on. He's got a fucking first one. We got a fucking
second time on, but I didn't like my first episode. So I told you to put it in the vault for now.
Yeah, it's in the vault.
Because I came to you with the first one with a vacation with my lady.
Lover? Were you going to say my lover?
I was going to say a loved one, but I was like,
this
this doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this should be a little bit more entertaining. Like I was talking about the upgrade I got.
Yeah.
And like in the olives.
It's funny, I've had to bury a few. And a lot of times people start talking about something and then it like hits us both halfway through like, this is just a fun vacation.
Yeah.
This really wasn't very interesting.
This had more entertaining stuff like going on, like kind of crazy stuff.
Where'd you go? Where are we going today?
We went to Ibiza. I've never called it Ibiza.
That's how the Spaniards say
They
it.
say it, so I said it to be fun about it. But
yeah.
Ibiza, Spain, 2002, I believe.
2002.
22 years ago, with a young 25-year-old Sal Vulcano was in his clubbing days.
That's when you were still Volcano, right? Before you changed your name?
That's right.
To be different?
I was Volcano, yeah. I changed it from the O to the U.
Yeah.
I was sick and tired of the jokes.
Joe versus the Volcano was already taken, and so...
You know how many volcano things I've heard my whole life? Sal versus the Volcano, doing a rubbed on a...
Oh, really?
Volcano, yeah.
Oh, my
Volcano.
God.
Yeah, everything Volcano.
Yeah. I just saw the thing you made for the special, or what's the name made for the special? A little trailer. Sal's special is out right now. It's called Terrified. It's on YouTube.com. And they made a little... I have multiple credits. What?
YouTube.com.
They made a little teaser thing of just like behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's me starting. Just already doing a terrible job.
Oh, yeah, you
just
butchered my name?
Hi, everybody. Saw Volcano. Fucking Volcano. God damn it. Like, that's how
like
I started
literally
off the
one
show.
of my closest friends in the world.
Volcano.
You also, you executive produced it.
I'm executive producer.
You're executive producer on it. And
but more importantly,
you wore many hats. You were a
Yeah.
creative consultant.
Yeah.
You were an opening comic.
Opening comic for sure.
You were in charge of the most important thing, ginger tea.
Ginger tea. Yeah, I'm in the credits as ginger tea.
That was like a very close to a cure-all. That was the most steeped. It was like
I've never
fire.
had one of those before.
It was like lemon, honey, and ginger times a billion.
You were sick. You got randomly sick.
Oh my God, dude! You remember what happened, right?
What?
It was it the first day? Yeah, it was the first day.
Yeah.
We filmed 2 days. First day, I wake up that day with a cold. I started getting it the night before. I wake up with a cold.
Yeah.
My voice is raspy.
Yeah.
I have a sore throat. My energy is low, and like literally, my throat hurts to swallow.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Oh my God, what am I gonna do? So you're like, all right, here's what you're gonna do. Don't speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
What's up, Bandit? How you doing, buddy? Way to move the camera around.
Woo, sit.
Bandit, the whole crew's here. Can I? Oh, what about Sal though? You gotta get Sal. He needs it.
Miss you.
She's so excited. She comes in so fucking excited.
Coming in hot.
Oh, get him, Bandit.
Oh,
Get
I
him,
want you to
get
lick
him.
me 'cause Ari's ass.
Oh yeah, you licked my ass with that mouth. Remember when you licked my ass, buddy? Yeah, so
Definitely
You're getting sick. It's the worst case scenario for a special.
Right, because it's also like not only is my energy hit, but you don't want a sick voice.
Yep.
And so you're like, here's what you can do: don't speak, And you get these
Don't
Barocca
speak.
tablets,
Yeah,
right?
Barocca. It's a
And
cure-all. It's great for hangovers.
It's one of those dissolving tablets that has like 1 billion% vitamin B and C and all the vitamins, and it dissolves and you drink that and you pound it. So the day's going on and you're telling me take as many of those as I can.
I didn't say take as many as you can.
Keep taking them is what you literally said. You
I
said,
meant-
take one out. You take it again? I said, no, you went, take it again. I said, all right. Then later on you said, did you take another one? I go, no. You go, take another one.
No way.
I said, I've taken 2. You go, take another one.
No, I wouldn't say
Yeah,
that.
you
It's
did.
got caffeine in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said you take one yet. You're like, no. I'm like,
No.
take it.
No.
I would never.
It doesn't have like 200 milligrams.
It's a full cup of coffee.
Yeah,
in
well,
each one.
Look, here's what happens. So I'm doing those throughout the day.
There's no way I would understand you because I would never advise to anyone to take more than one every day.
You literally told me to
Miscommunication.
just keep taking them.
Miscommunication. I meant keep taking them every day.
But it was only the night before that you told me that.
Keep taking. I meant keep taking the ginger tea.
No, ginger tea didn't come and play until the venue.
Yeah.
We were at the house, the Airbnb, and you were like, just keep taking them.
Oh no, I know what it is now. I know it because there's you ever get these things where you're like I wouldn't have said that thing.
Yeah.
But I believe you're
Yeah.
receiving that I did
Yeah.
say it. I think you drank like a third of it, and I was like, just keep go, keep
But I
drinking
think-
and finish, guzzle the fucking glass.
I think I remember you also saying, did you take another one? And I said, no. And you're like, what are you doing? Take it again.
Wow.
Well, anywho.
Yeah, you were sick. You're
So
not
I
a
get to
qualified
the
witness.
I get to the I get to the tape. I get to the venue. Taping's about to start, and I already I've tried to take some ADHD medication. I'm trying all different medications and doses over the last couple of years, just see how they fare for me. And I started taking a brand new one only a couple of days before, so I might not have been fully regulated to it.
Yeah.
At that time, anyway. I mean, it was actually fine, but when you add the 3 tablets of the Barocca with the caffeine
And
in
nerves,
it, and the adrenaline to go do the show,
adrenaline for a special.
and the whatever the ADHD stuff. Then they also got a doctor to come give me a B12 shot in the arm.
Oh yeah.
20 minutes before I went on stage.
The B12.
So before I was about to go on stage, I have in me
You were juiced.
3 caffeine tablets, ADHD medication, a B12 shot in the arm, and just the adrenaline to go out and perform.
We have one of those
I
fake
remember I was
NFL
like-
doctors from Any Given Sunday to
Yeah,
come
yeah,
in.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, who's this guy with no tie?
They call them rock docs. Do you know that?
Rock docs to get you back ready to go.
Is that what it is?
You know who need one of
To
those?
get you
Tom
rocking?
Petty. Yeah. Yeah, they get those
I thought it was because they usually do rock, like
yeah, rock and roll guys.
yeah.
Yeah, to get you back on
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the
So
point is, Terrified is out now. It's fucking.
you were dressed like
amazing.
Forrest Gump as well.
Yeah, I dressed like Forrest Gump.
exactly like Forrest
Yeah.
Gump, like 1,000,000% like Forrest Gump.
Just for no reason. Never mentioned
All
it.
the pictures.
Was out in line in Chicago in December. People are like, why are you wearing shorts? I'm like, every day is like a box of. They're like,
day.
what? I'm like, anyway, you guys are coming in the front. You're short. I need your front
You
cameras.
look like you just arrived from a cross country job.
I've gotten so much mileage out of that costume.
Yeah.
Wore it Halloween. I wore it for your special. It
Yeah.
was like, all right, a month and a half after.
And it's in the credits because it's pictures of us in the credits.
yeah, just as
And
Forrest
people,
Gump.
it's so funny because no
Wore
one.
it for Burt's 5K. No
Oh,
one
yeah.
noticed. One person noticed, like,
Oh,
oh,
5K is amazing.
perfect costume.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. Why is no one? Everyone just thinks I'm wearing shorts and a fucking polo shirt.
Yeah, and your hair and your everything was
Yeah.
like the beard. But I'm surprised in all the comments, thousands of comments, nobody was like, "What the?" Maybe I saw
why are you
one.
with
Like, what
Forrest
is
Gump?
Ari wearing?
Anyway, great job. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were a tremendous help. I appreciate you.
Yeah, what a fun time.
It was a really fun time.
Yeah.
I went to Chicago days early. Actually, we went on the road before that.
Took a nice
It was
roadie.
just really, really nice. My family came with me, and the shows ended up being great. And a lot of people I
That's
loved were
one
there.
of the things I'll do as a producer. Is like, let's get the experience right. Let's not let you fly in the day of.
No.
You got some money, get a hotel.
Yeah.
Let's get ameliorated. Good word. 2. The time zone. Let's just chill.
What did you say? Listen.
Ameliorated.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Might be wrong.
Acclimated?
Acclimated. Cool. Yeah.
What's ameliorated?
I might be misusing it. You got.
How do you know how to spell it?
Yeah.
Okay.
AMELIOR.
Okay. Oh, you're right.
What is it? What does it mean?
Make something better. Just as make something bad or unsatisfactory better.
Misuse.
Yeah.
Misuse. Still though, I spelled it right. Not bad. All right, let's get to Ibiza.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get to Ibiza. So you're 2002. You're in your 20s.
Yeah, so I would call it 2000 to 2002. I was in my club phase.
Piece of shit.
Yeah,
You're
I used to be a
fucking-
piece of shit. Yeah,
I used to be a shit. No, I know. It's okay. I'm not.
same me.
Water steaks. Yeah.
Same me, but I fancied going to a discotheque and going like, and staying out like through the morning.
Yeah. What an interesting lifestyle that is, to be into that.
You couldn't pay me to do it now, but
Wow.
I mean, everybody was on the same wavelength. Like whatever was having that was having a moment.
Yeah.
I'm sure that still exists now.
That is Ibiza, though, right?
Yeah, that's what it
you.
is.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what it is. I had gone to Mykonos in Greece for the same reason 2 years earlier, and then Acapulco the year before, which I think now you can't go to. You'll just get chopped into pieces.
Acapulco?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not a tourist destination anymore, and it was like a Cancun before Cancun was
Wow.
Cancun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would.
It's
know
overrun by
Acapulco.
gangs and just what do you call those guys? Like El Chapos?
Yeah, El Chapos. All right, buddy, but no ins and outs.
Oh. She always only gives you a taste.
It gives you a taste of the attention,
Yeah.
and then down.
Um.
Hey guys, just breaking in here real quick to let you know that Sal Vulcano not only does he have a new special out called Terrified on YouTube. It's a fucking great piece of fucking comedy. He's also got a new tour coming.
What?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
called
This guy's
the
working.
Everything's Fine tour.
Everything's fine.
That you want to check out at Sal Vulcano
Yeah.
comedy.com.
Oh, so many people say Volcano. I just also I'll accept it.
Yeah, I think I've only called you Vulcano. Oh, look.
Yeah. Like most.
Give me some cities.
You could have told me you were gonna do that.
Yeah, I should have.
All right.
Just a little rundown.
Now you have to edit this out.
Nah, I'll just run
All
it.
right.
I have a special on YouTube right now.
Greensville, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Knoxville, Torrington, Burlington, Portland, Red Bank, Huntington, San Antonio, Phoenix, Tucson, Indianapolis, Evansville, St. Louis, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Des Moines, Jacksonville, get to the chopper, Tampa, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Denver, Seattle, Spokane, Fort Wayne, Columbus, Cleveland, and then that's just the first little leg. We're adding like 10 times that. So
Wow.
I'll see you. I'll see you.
Everybody check out Sal Vulcano comedy.com to check if your city's been added. And that's it. Now let's get back to the episode. And don't forget to hit subscribe wherever you're watching or listening right now. The sun
Smash
came
it.
out. Just got really.
Smash subscribe.
Hit subscribe so you get notified of new episodes every single week. That's it. I have vinyls, grinders, Shroomfest shirts. Shroomfest this year is July 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Wherever you are, celebrate Shroomfest by taking shrooms.
I'd like to do that again soon.
Yeah, well, that's a good excuse. July 20th, 21st,
I don't know where I'll be then, but I'm just saying, why don't we
It's
get
a
a little
Saturday,
something?
Sunday,
Why don't we
Monday.
put a little something together?
I'm in.
Yeah.
Shroomfest. All right, let's get back to the episode. Back to Ibiza.
So yeah, that's where I was at in life, but it was having a moment.
So you heard about it and you're like, I want to do that. That's the club scene.
Yeah, well, we were going to New York to all the different clubs and everything, and like the thing was, where are we going on vacation? And that was the golden goose.
Was there a big DJ at the time you're going to see or anything? Or it's not like that.
Well, every night is a different club.
Yeah.
That you get to choose from because it's all clubs, and every night a certain club has their thing, and every one of them are flying in like DJs that you know these DJs that make hundreds of like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hella.
They were every night. They had a DJ like
Wow.
DJ Tiesto, DJ Carl Cox, DJ. All the most famous DJs from back then were like there.
Wow.
Yeah, I like not that I even care or know about them now, but like it was a big friggin' deal. Like these guys would fly in, get paid like $100 million, and
Yeah.
jet out.
Yeah.
I bet you they were getting $1 million a set easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you're bringing that much money in. It's like just to have their name.
Yeah.
David Guetta, whatever they have those Vegas, David
Yeah,
Guetta
yeah,
residencies.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, who? But like the people who know.
Yeah. And so we would go like I was in that phase where we'd go like out in New York and are you on the list? Did you have to, it's terrible now. I look at that now and I'm like, that is probably if it take my whole life in 3-year blocks, that would be like the least thing I would ever want to do again.
It's so funny too because if that fucking piece of shit back then could look forward to this celebrity who could bypass the line, you'd be like, that's all I want.
How many nights I waited on the line and then got rejected, even though you had to know someone. If you didn't go prepared, like on a list of knowing someone at the door to name the drop, you were really rolling the dice.
You know what I understood? You see me 12 people out. You see that I'm not wearing the right outfit. Just be like, hey, you, no chance.
Yeah.
No reason to waste your next hour of your life. You're just not getting in. It's okay.
Exactly. And going with guys in New York.
Yeah, fucking all guys.
We'd all have to meet and split up in cars.
Wow.
We'd meet at my house or whoever's house.
Yeah.
And we'd be like 4 or 5 cars of guys. And we'd all go park, and then we'd all go to the corner, right? And then 2 at a time, every like 3 to 4 minutes, we would go. None of us together, none of us talking to each other online, because if they saw that many people knew each other, they wouldn't let you
They'd
in
be
at
like,
all.
no way.
So we would all go up with 2. How many? Just 2. I mean, like one time the guy's like, you can't wear those shoes in here. Like they're not dress shoes. And so literally my friend ran to like an Ace Hardware, bought a black electrical tape and taped his entire shoes up in black electrical tape. And then like it didn't draw the guy's attention down, and he got in with wearing black electrical tape.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was like the big thing. So this was like the Super Bowl of destinations for clubbing.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, like, it sounds horrible, and it is.
Yeah.
But this was when Ecstasy first, like...
Oh.
This was Ecstasy.
Oh. Wait, 2002. 2002.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
This was that.
Wow.
And
Pills.
Pills,
With different stamps on them.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of them?
And I do not condone this.
I do.
Especially now in
I
this
do.
no freaking way. I would never do it again. In this day and age now, with you don't know who's cutting what. And that was like that back then, too, but now with the Fet.
With the Fed.
You can't mess with that Fetty Wap now.
Really ruins everything.
I wonder if Fetty Wap is short for fentanyl wop.
I feel like it'd be Fenty Wap.
Oh, is it Fenty?
Yeah.
Oh, why did I say Fetty?
He's Fetty Wap.
Fitty.
That's a different
Fetty
person.
Cent? Yeah.
Fetty Wap is a different.
It's different than Fenty Wap?
No, there is no Fenty Wap.
There is none.
No, but.
Oh, because Fenty have fentanyl.
Yeah, he would.
Oh, I thought Fenty was a thing. Isn't that a brand?
Fendi.
Fendi. Yeah.
You think that's short for fentanyl?
Yeah. Wait, who's that guy's name?
LaFendo?
No, it's all these guys like Lil.
Lil Xan?
No, not Xan. So like those guys, like Lil Uzi Vert. Like,
Yeah.
what's that one guy? There's
Lil
a
Wayne.
really popular one. No, like and that of those guys.
Little thug, little young thug.
No, man, it's gonna come. Nah.
Natty Light.
If it comes to me,
There should be a rapper named Natty Light.
I had this like silly dad joke about one of them.
Damn.
I'm not gonna waste time here.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, pre-fentanyl. I remember the Buddhas was a thing, and the dolphins. I remember those.
Oh, I don't remember. There was something
Okay.
different all the time. I don't know. I don't condone it.
I do, especially in Europe, because in Europe they don't have the fentanyl. Worry free.
What do you mean they don't have it?
Doesn't it? They don't
Don't
have
say
it.
that.
They don't.
They got it.
Nope. They got pure pills. They don't got it.
Europe on the whole as pure pills. You're gonna co-sign that?
Yeah, co-signed.
That's wild.
They don't have fentanyl yet.
I think fentanyl is everywhere. You don't know where it's gonna be.
Nope.
You're gonna be the guy that turns up and like, we got it now.
Oh yeah, dude.
No.
No. If you're in Berlin, no need to test.
Stop.
Go.
Don't
Take it.
say that.
Take it.
I mean, look, I'm preaching to. I mean, I took my risks with these things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. For all the kids in there, I'm now interviewing a guy who survived all this just fine. So go ahead.
It's Molly basically.
Yeah.
And so everyone who goes to this place is looking for the same party.
Mm-hmm.
It's just beaches and partying. And with this kind of stuff, you go out like we used to be like, all right, we'll get to the place at 12, meaning midnight. We'll get there. And then we would come out sometime 7, 8, 10 in the morning. And everybody in those clubs is on the exact same page. There was never a fight.
There was never a fight.
No. As a matter of fact, it's the wildest thing when everyone is on that. You just walk through the club and everybody is like your best friend. You could break away from your group, break away from your group. You could literally walk into a circle of people having a conversation. They'd be like, "What's up, brother? This is what we're talking about. Where are you from? Cool. Can I get you something?" And they just start massaging your back or something. Just really nice people.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Literally on their best behavior.
I mean, just like, this is the greatest night of my life. You? Yeah, me too. And that's everybody. So you don't even have to like, there was no even like feeling like weird, like, oh, this is a huge club. It's cavernous. It's dark. There's a lot of people here. Who knows who these people are?
Wait, there's like one club, or are you going hopping clubs?
No, tons. But like I'm saying,
wherever you were
but even like in New York, like if you used to frequent, like if you went to the same club, then you'd see like regulars at the clubs.
Yeah.
And so there were people that would go to nightclubs alone because they knew that they were going to know like 50 people in the nightclub, almost like a neighborhood bar.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Right. You also
And they'd be like, "Oh, dude, come here. I want you to meet my group. I want you to meet my group." But at the end of the night, the club is walking out. Everybody knows each other. It was the wildest thing. Everyone's going to eat breakfast.
that's like wholesome.
It is pretty wild, you know. Everyone's just chugging water.
Yeah.
So there's no drunk.
Yeah.
So there's no problems. There's no issues. There's no drunk contingent in the club.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even if it was like, wow, nice punch.
Networking.
That's a great punch. Where'd you learn
Exactly.
that? Show me.
Yeah. Or would have been like, "Dude, you're drunk. What can we do to help you?"
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you and your douchebag friends
Yeah, me and my
decide to,
douchies,
like, decide like,
There's like
let's
seven of us maybe.
let's all go.
Let's all go. And this is back
Where'd you
when
stay?
no money. Like
Right.
So I didn't even like. I mean, what was I like? College? I was just out of college.
Yeah.
No. I went to college in '98, but I was in the workforce. But it's still, I was only making like.
What do you think of this? Uncomfortable, right?
It's
Won't work for a podcast.
It's awkward.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be
I'm
readjusting a
trying
lot.
to understand what my place is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I think I go back to chairs.
But yeah, so we're like, let's go down there and like it'll be great. And also that's what everyone talked about. You got to go to this club. You got to
World
clubs
famous.
had world
Club what?
famous. The clubs had reputations.
Yeah.
like just like anything else, like like a restaurant.
Yeah.
You go like, you have to go here on this night. You have to go here on this night.
Oh right.
And this person's gonna be here, and it's gonna be, and it's like everyone went with like the same vibe.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, it was like I don't think there's ever been really I don't know, maybe I don't know what was happening at Studio 54, but like it felt like the best, and you would really seriously actually network because these people are all real people with regular jobs.
Did you dance back then? Are you a
did.
dancer?
Yeah, I danced all night. Yeah, I danced before Ecstasy,
Right.
and then Ecstasy made you dance more, and then somewhere in the middle, and I can't explain this, but it happens to everyone. You go from wanting to dance your heart out all night long, after some type of acclimation period, you go to not just wanting to sit and just talk and just you're sitting, but it's still the greatest night. I'm not trying to romanticize this thing. I wouldn't take it.
Romanticize it.
I stopped taking it after like a while because I literally felt my sharpness going away. Like at work, like people would ask me to do something, I'd be like, okay, and then they'd walk away.
Every weekend, Molly. Every weekend, no, Ecstasy. It's speed. It's speed and Molly together.
It's not like it wasn't like every single weekend, but there were pretty.
Wow.
They were pretty big. Like what do you call it? Streaks of like
right.
yeah. I would do maybe yeah.
First time I took it, Duncan gave it to me.
Yeah.
It was new comic to LA.
Is that when you made out at UFC?
No.
Okay.
It was well before. And that did rule. And took some. It was like not hitting. It was a pill. And I was like, sure. I'm like, maybe. It's like I sort of feel like no. There's no maybe. There's no maybe. You
Same
know
thing happened to me.
And then he goes, take another half. Took another half. And I was like, oh, sorry about before. Definitely didn't. Now, definitely yes.
You waited. You didn't wait long enough.
No, I waited like an hour. He dosed me right.
Okay.
He was really good about it. He goes, you just didn't take it. It just didn't have enough. But then
Yeah.
one and a half was like game on. And then the next day I was like, dude, we got to do that again. I said, all right, I know where you're at. You got to relax. Take a month off.
Yeah. Well, back then, everyone, even people that don't do any drugs otherwise or don't,
Yeah.
it was just what was going on, and everyone was doing it. And like you would do it and have the best time of your life and like make all these friends. And then like you'd like, let's do that again.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time ever I was in Cancun and my friend gave me something and I was so nervous to take it. And then nothing happened at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is bullshit. And like another time, the next time I got something that was, I guess, real or whatever it was. And I'll never forget the because everybody was like, everyone had felt it before but me. And then I remember they're like, you'll feel it, don't worry, you'll feel it. And I remember the moment we were on the dance floor and a wave came over my body. And I was like, and they looked at me and they go, you feel it? I go, I feel it. And everyone's just like, yeah. Everyone's just jumping up and down. He feels it. He feels it. I was like, oh my God, this is what it feels like. I was like, I was like, this is it was like, I had been feeling it for 10 seconds. I was like, the best day of my life.
Oh my God.
Don't do it. I do not encourage it. It was a mistake in hindsight. You can die. You can get laced with fentanyl. You never know who's cutting what. In this day and age, you'd be bonkers.
The statements of the guests of this podcast do not necessarily represent the feelings of the podcast itself.
This was 22 years ago, guys, when shit was different.
Wow. So but this is a Super Bowl for you. Ibiza is a Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, dude. So it's like $1,500 for an airplane ticket, which is like, come on.
Yeah.
You know, and then like whatever. It was like, it probably cost us $2,500 to go there.
Yeah.
And that's like my life savings at that. You know what I mean? It's like, that's, we're like, all right, we're going in a year. And then we saved the money.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Saved up for it.
Yeah. Every year we take one big trip like that.
Do you ever?
And so we had 1 year to save the money.
Yeah. But no. Okay. You're all right, buddy.
Back in biz.
Wow. What good times.
Yeah. Imagine that, though, being like, in 1 year we're going to do this, and I need to start saving the money for the plane ticket and the spending money right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What were you doing at the time? Bartender?
I was working at Prudential Securities.
Wow.
Yeah. I worked there like 4 years out of college before
I was talking to Bird about this during COVID. Yeah. It was just like, we'll get back to the thing in a second, but like the difference between partying with quote unquote linens on the table, which means like high level, like, you know, well-to-do things,
right,
versus like scrounging up. Well, how much do you got? $1.60. Bob's got 70 cents.
Yeah.
You got $3. Let's get a 24 pack. Let's all just drink together.
Yeah.
And it's like, we both agree that the latter is the better party.
I'll tell you, I'll prove it to you. We get there, right?
Yeah.
And it was like 7 of us, and we were divided into only 2 rooms. And so
that's another thing.
Yeah.
That's not even a thought of like, oh, this sucks. What am I?
No.
It's like, I call under the table.
Yeah, my first 10 vacations, I would sleep in the bed with another guy, but like my
Right.
friend. But it was like a queen size bed.
Yeah.
We didn't go near each. It wasn't
Yeah.
like anything. It didn't bother anyone. It would be weird for us to. I mean, we. It was the only move. You had to
Right.
save money, and it didn't. It was the norm. You know, like it wasn't like. But now some people are like, really, you slept in a bed with a guy? I'm like, what's the big deal?
It'd be weird even if like you had this bed and I had that bed and we're in the same room. Be like, what are we doing? Let's get 2 rooms.
We're gonna fall into a slumber together.
Me and Bert we shared a room before last day of Sober October before Practical Jokers cruise.
No,
We were like, let's just like
New Orleans,
split a
was
room.
it? Yeah.
Let's just split a room. What do we got to spend 2 for it?
Right.
And he was like, all right. Yeah, I threw up while he was asleep.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
dude. So I'll prove it to you. So we get there, and there's like these mini beds. They're like twin beds, or like they're beds, but then there's 1, 2, 3, and a cot. So one of us had to sleep in the cot.
Yeah.
And so it was like, well, who gets the cot? And it's like, well, how do we decide what's fair of that? And then I was like, I'll take the cot for a price. And then every single guy was like, all right, 3. Every guy was like, all right, I'll give you 3 mixed drinks.
That was the price?
12 mixed drinks, so I slept in the cot.
Oh,
Or whatever it was. They might have been
Worth
like
it.
5. I might have got 20 mixed drinks over the course of 9 days, though. And I slept in the cot because I got the mixed drinks on the like a tab. So that's where that's where you're at. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Okay, I can picture now.
Yeah.
Your
It was
place.
like, oh, all right, we can go to dinner 2 nights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other
Yeah.
than that, spend for yourself kind of thing. You know.
What'd you eat while you were there?
I don't really remember. It wasn't like we didn't go out to like nice dinners. Maybe once.
I assume no.
Whatever nice was for us at the time. It was run and gun, poolside.
Just
it was
burgers and shit?
Yeah, poolside.
Whatever.
Yeah, or they had fast food there.
But you
They had
weren't looking to get like
McDonald's.
Spanish, like paella and
No,
shit like that.
not that. Not
wasn't-
that.
okay.
That wasn't what it was about. Yeah.
No, I
It
understand.
was all biz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so we get there and, we get settled in and it's like night number 1 and the anticipation's insane. And that, like, everyone's like, it was like when outfits mattered. You know what I mean?
Male
It's
outfits.
like, yeah, like we
Yeah.
would give each other, like, can I borrow your shirt? Oh, that goes good. Like, it was like you put a little thought into it. Because
Yeah.
people go to that place to, the
Was
hook up.
back then when you had the belt that was way too long that you would then double over and it would come down?
No,
you
I
remember
didn't-
that belt?
Yeah, that was like 8th grade.
Yeah, that was like it was all weaved.
Yeah, it was
and
a
you could see-
braided belt.
Yeah, and you took all the way through, then up and
And you
over.
knotted it and put it
but the
down.
knot wasn't too tight. It was like kind of a loose,
Wasn't too
so it's
tight.
like almost like a tie.
Maybe it even had a silver tip at the end.
Yeah.
I had that in 8th grade.
Yeah.
But I remember the first night we went to a club called Space. I don't know if any of these are still there.
Cologne?
Space?
You.
No. Oh, back then, yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't intrusive.
Okay.
I stopped wearing cologne maybe 20 plus. Like,
You don't think
that
it
was
was
probably the end of it.
Okay.
I get a headache and nauseous from any perfume or cologne.
But then you were okay with it.
I wore this one cologne that was fine.
What was it?
Clinique Happy.
Interesting.
It was a
But a
unisex
regular
cologne
amount.
with a citrus scent that everybody liked.
Unisex cologne.
Yeah, it was just a scent. It was
In
good.
moderation though. So it wasn't cloying.
No. And
You know that word?
what?
Cloying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why? It was
I thought I was going to get you with another word.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't cloying. It was just subtle, and it didn't bother anybody.
Okay.
First night, club called Space. That was the DJ called. I'm not gonna remember many other DJs, but I remember
Yeah.
Space Carl Cox.
What was it called?
Carl Cox is the DJ.
Okay.
Space was the club.
Okay.
And first of all, these clubs are all insane. You understand? Like these are like the clubs of
Yeah.
the world. Okay, so they are. Every one of them is completely unique. And wait till I tell you about some of these things. That night, great. Had fun, whatever, blah blah blah. Out all night. We actually on night one, we run into in Ibiza. I can't even say Ibiza with a straight face. In Ibiza, Spain, we ran.
Hold on. Your mom. Nope.
No, close.
Barack.
No, closer.
Saddam.
Closer. Some friends we knew from back home.
Oh. Really?
We met them out at a club in the city, and on the way home from this club, we were at a bus stop, and one of them pulled up in a moped. A guy was driving a moped, and this girl pulled up on the back of a moped, and they stopped at the bus stop, and she goes, "Oh my god!" And we went, "Oh my god!" And we knew this girl, and we saw her at a bus stop at like 8 a.m. in Ibiza, and then the rest of our friends were there, and we were like, "Holy shit!" And then we hung out with a whole nother group that we knew for the whole week.
Wow.
Which was
that's
wild.
Cool. That's fun.
That was wild. That first night. So a lot of what happens when you're on this stuff is you need to be hydrated,
Yeah.
and you usually want to like a lozenge or what do you call those?
You
things?
need to be hydrated. Lollipop?
A lollipop. Yeah, lollipops were like currency. They were
Yeah,
like
suck.
currency, and like, if you had them, you could walk up to a group. People would go around like you ask someone for like a cigarette.
Yeah.
People would go around like, "Yo, you got a lollipop?"
Really?
Yeah, and they used to have them at the club.
Because you got to do something with your mouth. You suck,
Yeah,
suck,
it's
suck.
just-
Or you just smoke 1,000
It's
cigarettes.
just fun, you
Yeah.
don't get drunk. It's just you smoke 1,000 cigarettes, right? And dude, the bar probably made no money. They used to charge like $10 for a water because, you know what I mean. So, I go into the restroom at one point in that first night, and it's one of those ones where like the guy's an attendant, you know what I mean, and you could like take a gum or
Hate
what
those
have you.
guys.
Yeah.
Hate those guys.
And there is you ever get like flowers from a florist? There's like that green foam that they stick it in that it holds the water.
Yeah.
It's like if you push it, it's kind of like textury.
Mhm. You got to run out with water if you push
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
in.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So there's this like cylinder, like this, like kind of like almost like you know how you spin glasses and look at them. There's like this cylinder that spins, and it's all made of that, and in it is just like just Tootsie Pops. It's a Tootsie Pop tree.
Oh, wow.
And it's in the bathrooms. You can take a Tootsie Pop if you want. But that, for some reason, though, they charged you. There was some things they didn't charge you for, but a Tootsie Pop was like whatever it was.
Okay. Wow.
And I looked at this thing, and I go, no one had any that night. And like I don't think anyone saw it. And I was like, it would be the most fun thing if I walk out onto the dance floor right now with a Tootsie Pop tree.
You be hero.
Like I walk out, it was about this big and like this wide, and it was Tootsie Pops all through the whole thing, all the way up to that. So there might have been like I would say like 100 Tootsie Pops
Yeah.
on it. And I said to the guy, I said, "How much?" And he says, "One." I go, "How much for the whole tree?" And the guy goes, Give me $95. Now, this is from someone who is trying to get free drinks. to
Yeah,
sleep
you're
on a cot.
selling. I'm sleeping with a bar in my back for fucking.
Exactly
a
right.
mixer.
There was a bar on my back, but in that moment, doesn't matter. And so I
Feeling
gave
good.
this guy $95, which, believe me, I did not have.
Wow, you felt it.
I
felt
well, I mean,
$95 go away.
I had vacation money. It was just then it would cause me to budget the vacation more as I went along.
Wow.
But I was looking for a moment, man. And here I am 22 years later, and I remember it. So I walked out, and I just stood at the top, and I held it in the air, and everyone on the dance floor looked. They were like, everyone just started cheering. And I just tucked it under my arm, took it, and I was throwing them out. Like,
Wow.
just throwing them out to the crowd. Like 100. Everyone was just cheering and everything. It was great.
Hero.
It was great. And everyone loved it. And everyone was friendly and everything. It was just wild. That's what it'll do to you. $95 in Tootsie Pops.
What a fucking fun time though. You're like, nah, there's a moment.
It's the right
I'm
move.
Gonna do it.
It doesn't make any sense, but it was the right move. I mean the joy, because you're experiencing pure joy. So if somebody wanted a Tootsie Pop or just saw, like, it's fun. This guy just came out with a tree of 100 Tootsie Pops and he's throwing them at the crowd.
Yeah.
What they're feeling is they're already feeling elated. So to get thrown a Tootsie Pop after that and see everybody else and everyone's cheering together, it's like this communal experience was wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what'd you do before midnight? Like before you go out? By the way, I'm looking at these pictures. I'm just looking at your photo book. This is you at the plane, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is you getting there.
Yeah. Wow. I look
This
so.
is you having a good time in front of the bathroom. This is
Yeah.
before smartphones.
Yeah, you're looking at. Like,
That's you?
No, that's my friend.
Okay.
You're looking at basically developed 110 millimeter film.
Wow. I
Or
don't know
like
what
35
number it is.
millimeter, whatever
Looking
it
at Rick
was.
Glassman in here.
So the next night 2,
Yeah.
night 2, we go to a called Pacha.
Pacha?
Pacha. Pacha. Pacha.
These names are so dumb.
They had one.
It'd
They
be
have
like
one here.
shush.
It's like world famous.
Yeah.
Pacha.
Yeah.
And the symbol's 2 cherries. We get in there. This is a totally different
2
type
cherries.
of club.
I just saw it in your photos.
Yeah. Totally different type of club.
Boom.
Yeah. Totally different type of club. This one was like built into like the side of a mountain, and it had all different rooms that were like done up, but they were like cave rooms in a way.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah, like so like it was like the walls and the ceiling were all just natural stone.
Whoa.
And it was all different rooms. It was smaller, and the different rooms had different music. So we went to this one. Now, what happens at this one? We sit down with a table of girls from Germany,
Jesus.
and like we're talking and laughing and this and that, and about sometime in the conversation with them, at some point, one of them said something really racist, and we were just like, "Oh my god!" Like, really, did you hear that? Like, and we were just like, "Oh my god, this is fucking insane!" That you, I don't remember what it was, but we all just started cracking up, and then we were just like, "Oh, the racists." And then my buddy from work, this is a bold move by my buddy Andy.
Yeah.
He worked with me and didn't know anyone else on the trip, but we were really tight at work, and he was a cool.
And he was like, "I'll come with
he
you."
was a great hang and everything.
Would never do that in a million
He was
years
going
now.
through a breakup, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm going to Ibiza. Come with me." And he's like, "I'm coming."
Wow.
And they all clicked immediately, like it was a love fest, you know. And so that was a power move. I wouldn't have done that.
I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, you would do that. No.
No, it's a bunch of people I don't know.
Yeah.
They'd have to also not know each other.
Yeah. It was a good time.
I love it. The idea I'm coming. I'll do
Yeah.
it when I'm already gone, like
Yeah.
out at a hostel or something. People
Yeah.
are like, when I go, I was
Yeah.
like, yep. But
Yeah. I mean, that's big. That's bold.
big and a big fucking money trip like that too.
Yeah.
With people, am I going to get along? It
Exactly.
was a different time, I think.
I knew him and I knew them, and I vouched to both of them.
And you'd be like, he'll go.
Trust me. I know you all. It's going to be good, and it was immediate.
It was before smartphones. It was a different time.
Oh yeah.
You
no.
could just meet someone and start becoming friends pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so different. It was better.
Yeah.
So that night, we all get split up. You meet back up. You split up. You meet back up. So towards the end of the night, we go into this room, and two of my friends are like on a speaker. Their shirts are off. They're dancing on a speaker, right? And my buddy is dancing with this girl. She was pretty hot. And
the German?
no,
somebody-
just another girl, tights, like long tight skirt, really hot, and like they're like grinding. And then he felt a dick. Yes.
Wow.
He didn't feel it. So my friend came up to me and said, "I think Andy's dancing with a guy." And we were like, really? But she's really pretty. But is it a guy? We couldn't tell or whatever. And then we like told him, and he's like, yo. And he's like, what? And then he looked and saw like a little bit of a bulge or whatever. And he was like, yeah. We were just laughing. It was like, he's like, she's so hot though.
That was also a different time for trans.
Yeah.
Because it was. Now a lot of these trans don't try hard enough.
I mean, this was Europe and club scene, so there was no like batting an eyelash at it, really.
Yeah, a lot of these New York trans like, I'm a chick. You're like that. No, that's not enough. You gotta really go for it, like the fucking 80s
Live the
transes.
life. Yeah,
2000 trans.
Yeah.
It's like, what? That's a guy.
Yeah. We couldn't believe it. She was really pretty, but
the run DeRosa hooked up with at Skankfest. That's how they all were back then.
I never got to lay eyes on her.
She was hot.
Yeah. So this is night 2, and we're already making like it's just crazy.
Are these the Germans?
Let me see.
I mean, I won't show that one. I'm not going to show a bunch of racist people in their youth. They're all grandmothers now.
Those are the Germans.
Wow, really?
Yep. And this was on the other side of that table, so she was with them as well.
Let me see how.
This
hot
was the bartender.
That was the bartender. Fuck you, you fucking fuck shirt.
Yeah, wearing a shirt that says "fuck you, you fucking fuck."
These Germans are hot, especially that one, but also all of them. And now that I know they're racist,
hotter.
Hotter.
All right, I'll take you through. Actually, I probably tried to put this book I made then.
Okay.
So it's a 20-year-old book, so it's probably in order.
In order of the trip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like these types of people, like crazy,
Just some
like
guy
leather,
juggling.
Full leather, shaved head,
full leather.
glasses. They look like they were just all costumes. And every club had.
That's how you get in. You wear all leather. You're getting in.
Well, every club had their own dancers and people walking around like that. Every club.
Party starters.
Every single club. Like I mean, like to the umpteenth. Just fascinating. Like they had dancers, they had wacko people, they had people in costumes,
Shaved head, hard black sunglasses, black leather with a long V-neck.
and then whatever's
He's such
glued
a
to that
type.
person's head, it's a whatchamacallit. It's a thing that comes out of a submarine. You know the thing that comes out of a submarine? There was
It's a periscope.
Periscope on their head, glued to it.
Why? Oh yeah.
Because why not? I guess I don't know.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it was. I mean, walking the streets when the clubs let out, it looked like literally the backstage at the Muppet Show. It was insane.
Okay.
Yeah. So third night comes.
God, this makes me want to go clubbing so bad.
It's a scene. You know, the thing is there you make it. You get tickets in advance. Like they're not turning anyone away because you're not flying to Ibiza
Hoping
and then
to
they're
get-
going to say no, you can't get in. No one would come. So you just had to buy tickets.
So there's no line. How do they?
There
ensure
could
it's
be a
gonna
line, but there's tickets.
How do they ensure it's going to be hot people?
It just is.
Yeah.
It just is. That was the scene. So everyone's getting in, you know.
Yeah.
And you could get a table or like bottle service back then too. And so a couple of nights here and there we did that, which was pretty good.
Bottle service.
Yeah, like they give you your own section. So like in the next night, I forget what the name of the club was, but DJ Tiesto was there. So this
Tiesto,
guy-
he's a big one.
Huge.
He's big.
Yeah. And so they had these little
Does he
like
still go by DJ Tiesto? I think he just goes Tiesto now.
Tiesto, yeah. Just Tiesto. And we got these little like it was like a
Can I just say, looking at this guy dancing with his button-down shirt open, so it's just his chest the whole way.
Yeah.
He's dancing all close.
Yeah.
It's so evocative of that.
It is, right?
Was it hot in there? Was this outdoors? Was it indoor, outdoor?
I think this is the
trans lady?
yeah.
Well, first of all, she looks Thai. Wow. Yeah. Total. That's not just somebody who you would hook up with if you were drunk. That's someone who you're like, can I buy you a drink?
Yeah.
You'd work for it.
Yeah.
Wow. Back then, it was such a thing. It's like, I think that's a dude, man.
Yeah. And no one knew. It was like, and do you ask? I don't know. I think everyone just was like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Now it's different.
So we wanted to get this little section, like they have these little like you know how they have like the balcony or mezzanine or whatever.
You guys are so happy.
Yeah, and we got this little like section to
Yeah.
ourselves. See if it has a picture in here.
Yeah.
And it was a balcony. It was like it just had a
The
table.
thing I remember about these old pictures now is anything right behind the subject is
completely
lost.
black. yeah. Anyway, so we
So
get
you'd hang out all day at the beach.
drink, and it was drinking all day. All day drinking. And then you go back, crash, eat something, crash at like 5, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Get up around 10, 11, start showering, get out the door by like 12, and be out from like 6 to 10 a.m.
Be out by what?
No, like get out
Oh,
the door at 12 and come back like 6 to 10 a.m. Like maybe even sometimes.
And then sleep from like 10 a.m. till 4. 5.
No, you get up actually. You come home and either not go to sleep or go to sleep at like 6, 7, get up at like 10, 11, and then go to the beach for 4 or 5 hours. The beach was a whole nother thing. Half the people at the beach were naked.
Wow.
It's just the way. I mean, beautiful girls, topless, thongs, even guys. There was some nude guys walking around, but not. I only saw like 2 nude guys, but there was like topless was like every 5th woman.
Wow.
And dude,
what
the beach party? It's no different. They want to bring it to you on the beach too. So there was DJs on the beach, dance floors on the beach. People. I mean, you could go and lay in a chair, but there was a whole club on the beach. There was a whole section for dancing, and people are going as hard on the beach as they did in the club.
Expensive? Do you remember? Are beers like what the fuck? Or are they just like that's fine? Or is it like wow cheap?
I don't remember, which means it probably wasn't that expensive.
Right. Okay.
You know, but I will tell you one thing they did that I was like, I'm not going to do this, but like. So the DJ, so for example, at one beach, there's this beach party, right? And there's people dancing, and there's topless people dancing, and there's groups, and everyone's having fun. And every time the DJ would build, like build up to like a big, like, you know, release, yeah, like a big thing. Every time that he would build, the second he dropped it, no matter what drink you were holding, no matter how full it was, everyone just threw it in the air and got rid of all their drinks. So like every like 10 minutes, you would get like hundreds of drinks just being thrown here all over you. You have to, and this is me, which I'm like a neat, clean kind of guy. I don't like that stuff, but like you have to just give into it.
Oh, wow.
But I wouldn't throw my drink. I was on a limited budget, so I wouldn't throw it.
I'd
like cap it.
Right.
Yeah. Or I would like, are you gonna throw that? Like,
you ever see Odessa live?
No.
Oh.
Oh wait.
Ed Brook told me to go see him.
Maybe I have actually.
And thousands and thousands of those neon, like you can make a necklace into them, but they're just like these strings about like a foot long each, and you can like attach them all.
Yeah.
Like a necklace. And every bass drop, they all just throw. So you just see thousands of neon stuff go up and then down, and then everyone scrambles to pick them up.
Absolutely,
I love that shit.
Yeah. Oh, you know what they did too?
What?
I don't know if you've really gone to nightclubs, but this is kind of common.
Yeah.
But they invest. I mean, tens of millions into these clubs. The sound, the lighting, everything. So they have this thing where it's like freezing cold air. Like it was like not nitrous, but it was like whatever it was, white, cloudy, freezing cold air. Whatever, I guess Freon or whatever. I don't know what the like whatever that is. They'd have like cannons on the floor or on the ceiling, depending on what club you were in, and they'd hit it because these places got really hot, dude.
Oh, wow,
really hot, and that's why you have to stay hydrated and people taking care of each other. You'd see sometimes people pass out because you're like dancing.
So they would just chill everybody out a little.
They would hit that thing, and it would be like literally like 50-degree air, like a mini El Nino, like a tornado, and it would literally go through your body, and you're already feeling tingly, and you go from sweating and being like so hot.
Ecstasy.
Not only does the sweat goes away instantly, your whole body gets chilled, and you get just like revitalized. It's freezing cold against your skin. It feels like. I can't even explain the feeling. Everybody gets it at once. And the whole club, you can't even see a person in front of you. It just gets full of white smoke that's blasting out, almost like a fire extinguisher. And everyone's just like, yes! And then it goes away, and you are not sweating. Your skin's tingling, and you're like rejuvenated. And they did it all night long. And I read a stat, like every time they did that, it was like something like every time they like hit that button, it was like $25,000.
Wow,
something like that.
But it's like whatever. It's part of the.
It's whatever. Those clubs are making millions.
You can't cheap out on that shit.
No. And then so the third night that's happening, and so the third night, one of our friends who's known to be the guy that gets sloppy.
Yeah.
He has good intentions, but he gets sloppy drunk, right? And there is
It does suck.
There is a bachelorette party there, right? And so we end up talking to them, and nice enough, we're all talking, laughing, just being. And my friend is drunk. I don't think it was. I think he was drunk. I don't think it was ecstasy at this point. And he's talking to her, and then as just like to fool around, he like grabs her by like the two arms, and he like shakes her, and he goes, "Why are you getting married?" But he was like completely joking, but like he did, like she didn't want him to do that, and she like shook, and she's like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, don't touch me like that." He's like, "Oh, I was just making it." She's like, "No, fuck." And then like a security guard saw it, and it came over and literally threw him out. So this was like towards the beginning of the night.
Oh.
Right? So he gets thrown out.
What's the etiquette there, friendship-wise?
Yeah, like, you shouldn't have done that, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, we all paid $100 to get in here. It's the beginning of the night. You don't shake someone and say, "Don't get married."
Why you?
You know? Like, it
I
wasn't
get
like
what he was going for.
She didn't feel assaulted or anything, but it was just like, that was way too much for just meeting you like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Also, you're drunk. You know, it's just you're not judging correctly. So these guys came over. They got him they held him, 4 guys, all 4 limbs.
Really?
Yeah, and they take him. And there was an escalator to go down, and they just placed him on the escalator. And we're like, all right. So like, he's either got to try and get back in. No cell phones.
No cell phones. No cell phones.
So we're just like, all right. I mean, hopefully he gets back in. If not, you know. But it wasn't like, oh my God, he's in danger, because the vibe was, you got kicked out. Like, oh, are you alone? Come on with us.
He'll be in Ibiza.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. He'll just
But
do
there
something.
also was still like, all right, you know, like, I hope he's okay. I hope he doesn't get to the point where he gets blackout, and then there's still bad people, you know, like.
Yeah.
Oh, but mind you, this entire time it was the World Cup for soccer, and Brazil was in the World Cup, and there was a lot of Brazilians there for some reason, and because they all were in the jerseys,
Yeah.
and they all were in like Jeeps with the top down, like driving around with the flag, like just all along the beach, all along the streets, screaming. I think they won that year, Brazil, and we were there when they won. So you know, like when the Yankees won, and like what happened in the streets. That happened there.
No, they've not been good since I've been here.
Well, do you remember like? Oh, you don't remember like '96 and '98 and all that stuff?
Yeah, I was not. I was in Maryland.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
the
it
other
was
years
wild.
I was in L.A.
It was like basically
They've
like
not, they
Mardi
have
Gras.
not done their part of the bargain since I moved here as a
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah. So when did you come? Because they won in 2000. What? 10? What was? When did they beat?
I
the
came in
Phillies, was it?
2012, I think. 2012 or 2013.
Okay.
Not
Well,
been to a series.
The streets were, because also even if you're not like this,
Yeah.
everyone's partying. Also, these Brazilian people are super happy,
Yeah.
and you're also watching the World Cup, and you're just rooting for it because it's the World Cup.
Yeah.
And so when they won, and there was like a winner of the streets just went completely wild, as if it wasn't wild already.
Yeah.
Am I not on cam?
No, you are. I'm just wondering how low you are. Yeah, go ahead.
And so that was a whole nother level. Like people would just like
Wow.
screech up in a Jeep, and like other people would just be cheering and then jump in the Jeep with them, and they'd peel out and drive away. And like those people didn't know each other.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah. So my friend, so he leaves. So this night ends. So we get back to our hotel room. It's 8 a.m. Okay, and he was in our room. Oh, it was two
He got
rooms.
back.
You know, he wasn't in our room actually, but we were next to each other. So we get there at 8 a.m. and it's the other 6 of us, and he's not there. So we're like, okay, like we lost him around 1 a.m. He was alone. I guess he could be at another club, but he really should be back by now. And so we didn't go to sleep. And so we just were like, we had no way to contact him. So we're like, should we be calling hospitals? Like, you know,
Yeah.
even though
How do you even find somebody?
you didn't want to just assume he was totally fine, you know, because he was drunk at that time. So we stayed up, and we just sat there and was waiting, and we didn't know what to do. At 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 11:30 in the morning. He walks in the door, 11:30 in the morning. Just walks in nonchalant. We go, dude, like, what the hell? What the hell happened to you? Where were you? He's like, oh, no, it's fine.
10 hours later.
It was 10
Being
hours
thrown.
later. We're like, what did you do this whole time? Where were you? Like, dude, you should have came back here. Like, you know, we didn't know where you
What?
were. He goes, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We go, what did you do? He goes, well, when they threw me out, I was hungry. So I went to McDonald's. So we're like, okay, and what about the other 10 hours?
What about that?
He goes, no.
10 hours
He
and
goes,
15 minutes.
No, the McDonald's wasn't open. It wasn't open. So I sat in front of it. And he goes, we go, well, when did it open? He goes, it never did. So we go, where are you coming from? He goes, The McDonald's.
What?
He sat in front of a McDonald's for 9.5 hours.
On
waiting
drugs?
for it to open, and it never opened. And he just
What?
dude, we lost our shit. When he's like, he goes, no. Imagine him telling us that.
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah, yeah. He just went to a McDonald's. It wasn't open, so he just sat there because he was too drunk to understand why it wasn't open. Because it'll open soon, and then at one
Is it under
point, I guess
construction?
he's like, it'll open in the morning for breakfast, and then it still didn't open. And then at one point, he just gave up and walked back.
Oh my god.
It was so
Oh my
insane.
God.
Next night,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, and also in the at the beach. It's pretty crazy. Like there's a in-ground pool like, in the beach,
Yeah.
like in the sand at the beach. There's a full like in-ground pool, like in the sand at the beach.
Wow.
Like you walk in the sand going to the ocean, then there's a pool, and then there's the beach. And people are in the pool going nuts.
And no one there is really like in their regular life.
No.
Like if you go to a club in New York, you come out, you're meeting Wall Street people.
Yes.
There's no overlap
No,
to
no overlap. Meanwhile, we ran into people we knew, but no overlap. Everybody's in the same mood. It's all different countries, like all different countries,
Wow.
and everybody is there for the same reason. And it's an extended vacation, and it's like everybody has these different identities. I mean, we're each other, but it's like this whole like. It's a you like you just said, you could never be like this at any other time anywhere else.
Different. You're the party of you.
Yeah, I was meeting professionals. I'll get to that too. So the clubs had pools in them, and everyone's. I mean, you'll see topless photos in there, people dancing and
I mean,
everything.
these chicks are so fucking hot. What is it? Is that a professional worker girl,
Let me
or is
see.
that just like somebody you like?
No, that was a club. These are all they all danced at the clubs.
What do you mean dance for the club?
Yeah,
Oh, that's what I mean. She's working,
yeah,
and she's just she's having a blast.
yeah.
And then this girl is the one. So she works at the club.
Yeah.
I mean, she is. What do you think she's doing now? Big
Can't
fake
be
tits?
that, right? I mean, like,
Can't
it's
be that.
22 years later.
Can't be that. I mean, she's got to be a maybe even a. No, not a grandmother.
How old do you think she is? Young 20s?
20s, yeah. But she'd be like 45 now,
Yeah,
50.
like us.
Yeah.
So
Wow. And I bet if
maybe
she has
a
this
hidden
normal
camera
life,
show.
if she has like a 13-year-old kid,
Yeah,
he has no idea how cool his mom was.
yeah,
You know, I used to work at a nightclub in Ibiza.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. What'd you do, Mom?
yeah.
What'd you take tickets? Kid, you don't understand.
You didn't even know. She looks like a genie.
She looks like I fucked a different dude every 3 days, and it was fine.
Well, we're extrapolating, but yeah.
Bro, I came
We
home.
hope.
Side note, I came home. I'm just still a touch jet lagged from Australia.
Yeah.
Got back 2 days ago. First night, fine. Managed to stay up till 10 p.m. And then I mean, I should have been asleep at 9 a.m. when I
Yeah.
landed, and then
Yeah.
stayed up all the whatever. Slept, woke up at 4, and then no, I'm going back to sleep. Stayed in bed till 10. Great, I'm caught up. Next day, 3 hours sleep, wide awake. I'm like, fuck. Woke up at 4, and I was like, all right. Like, let me go watch a sunrise. Just went to the East River Park. I'm never up this early and
That's
wide
nice, dude.
awake.
Yeah.
So I did.
Sometimes when I'm having insomnia, that's my little treat.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
up, it's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, walking back, the sunrise was at 5:25. Left the East River Park, what's left of it, at 6:10. Walked by some chick with like Kelly Bundy black miniskirt dress, black shoes, and I was like, "What club is letting out right now?"
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, she fucked. It's Sunday morning."
Oh, it's a walk.
And then I realized, like, oh, this walk of shame time.
Yeah.
And I just went out just looking for, and I saw probably one of the sloppiest fucking dressed up chick trying to ride an e-bike
Yeah.
home, still it's just so fun watching them in their high heels at 6:30 a.m., 7
Riding
a.m.
an e-bike is hysterical.
It really was. Couldn't
like
get it.
6-inch heels.
Saw some old lady walking by, just like she rolled her eyes and looked at me and smiled. It
You
was
gotta
like
love it though. I
harmless.
love that.
Oh yeah, harmless.
That's new. I mean, that's
That's New
what's
York.
so great.
Yeah, some couple dudes dressed like your friends, you
Yeah.
know, with like their belts open, just eating pizza on them, asleep.
Oh, I'm so over that, dude.
Yeah,
And I think about those days now, and I cringe. It's like, could you imagine getting there at midnight, not knowing if you're gonna get in, do a whole song and dance, but you only
When
know
do you
this
take
guy.
your drugs? Yeah.
And some guys would get in, some guys wouldn't. They go to another club. You try to meet up later, whatever. But then you get in there, it's loud as fuck. you have to wait 20 minutes to pay $15 for a drink.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just what is going? It's just everybody wanted to hook up. Like it was like everybody. That was the social. That was it.
Were people fucking at this time, or was it just dancing?
What do you mean?
Misconception about ecstasy back when I was doing it.
Yeah.
Is that it makes you horny. And I say no. Once you did it, it's like this. It makes you want to touch people.
Yeah.
But it wasn't horny as much as the touch felt good. It kind of made you more autistic, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I feel so good. But if a guy did that, you're like, oh, it just looked like you're.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was. I mean, people probably had sex on it, but like, it wasn't like that in the club. It wasn't like everybody wants to have sex. It was just like exactly that. Like someone would be so kind, they'd sit down next to you and then literally just massage your shoulders, and it felt so good. And they were cool about it, and you were cool. And you turn, you're like, thank you so much. You're like, no problem, man. I'll be over there. Have a good night. Like it just was like the cool. It's crazy. Don't do it. Don't do this. I'm telling you, I am 100% against it.
Oh my god.
It's a different time. I shouldn't have even done it then. I took a big risk.
The
fentanyl.
Dude, we found. I have a friend who is. He found some pre fentanyl coke, and we all did it.
Pre.
Yeah.
How do you know it's pre?
He was like a stash that I found in the bottom drawer of something. He was like, "Oh, this is from like, it was like 2000, like 18, when fentanyl just wasn't rampant." And he was like, "Oh, sick."
No, doesn't it have an expiration date on that?
It didn't.
It didn't.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't do it. I could never do that.
Yeah.
But so the next night we go out. Okay, now, so. We get out of the club this night. Every day and night had a story. It was wild. You didn't have to find it. It would just find you. So we get out, and I think there's like 3 of us. I don't know where the other guys are.
Yeah.
And we get out of this club, and the clubs aren't just like all on the same block or anything. They're all over the island, different places.
Oh, really?
There's like, there's areas that have condensed more than others. But you'd also take a ride to like the end of the island in a taxi for like 30 minutes to go to a club that's over there. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was one of those nights. So we get out of the club, and it's like pure daylight, and it's like in the middle of we're just like, where the hell are we? So we're waiting to get like a cab, and there's just no cabs, and we're just like, it's like pure daylight. It's a weekday, and we're like, all right, well, we just gotta. I mean, we're not just gonna keep standing here. So let's start just walking. And then when we finally come across a cab, we'll get a cab.
Yeah, sure. That's a smart move, actually.
Right? And then
down the cost.
Yeah. And so we just start walking, and there's other people doing that, and there's cars whizzing by us. It's a 2-lane road, and it's one road only, 2-lane road, and on both sides of the road is just like plains. Like plains, like
right, okay,
like grass, like just like, you know what I mean, just fields.
Yeah.
So it's this road with fields on both sides, and you don't see anything to the left or right but fields. So we're like, all right, let's walk. So we're walking for about a half hour, and we're like, this doesn't seem right. Like we've been walking for a half hour, we still are seeing nothing but plains, like just open grass fields, and this is the same single road, and there's cars mostly just going this way. And so we're like, did we go the wrong way? We walked to the airport. There's one road from the airport. There's nothing else by the airport. We got so far close to the airport that the only way to get a cab was to go to the airport.
Oh my God.
And it's a small airport. It was a small airport. You take like a puddle jump, or like you take a smaller plane into it, I believe. Yeah, because it was Barcelona or Madrid where we had our layover. So, and at some point you just see like other people too, like, and we're all dressed like that, and everyone's going to work because there's people that live there, and the cars that are passing us are just people going to work, and we're literally walking at like 9 a.m.
What a bunch
for
of
like
fucking
an hour
idiots.
to the airport, and then we got to the airport and there was no cabs. It took like 15 minutes to get a cab at the airport. Yeah, it's just a small little
I
airport.
love how one guy's like, guys, let's start walking. It's like it'll save us time.
Yeah. It was, I mean, and then we're talking and laughing, and time's passing, and it's like, we should see something by now. And then finally we're just like, it's the airport. We're going the wrong way.
Whoa.
Yeah. Next night we take a cab to this, like, to a boat. We take a cab to a boat, and a boat to like another little place. And we go to this club, and it's great. Whatever, it's fun. We get out, and we take a cab back. And right now, it's 3 of us only. I think we split up into different cabs. And we're starving. And we get out of this club, and there's a guy standing right outside the club holding like a platter. And he's got hero sandwiches that he made at home wrapped in saran wrap. Like, I mean, literally, like, he just made hero sandwiches in his house. He wrapped them in saran. He wasn't trying to say otherwise.
Yeah.
And he just was selling them.
Oh.
And there's nobody there, but it's like he had them like on a platter, and they were like in a pyramid shape. And we're like, we're so hungry. And so we didn't know, and where were we gonna get food? And we walked out, and the guy was just standing there with a silver platter. And we're like, oh my god! And then we're like, it's his house food though. And we're like, fuck, like, I don't care. We bought like 5 sandwiches from him.
Yeah.
And then we hail this cab down. And we get in the cab, and my friend's drunk in the front or whatever. He's gone, and we're in the back seat, right? And so the guy, we get in with the things, and the guy goes, "No eating in my cab." But we had like a 40-minute ride in this cab, and we just got out and just bought the sandwiches. So my friend tried to eat in the front. He goes, "No eating in my cab. I told you that." He's like, no, I'm sorry. And he tried to eat it again. He's like, "Dude, no eating in my cab." So then he goes, give them the sandwiches back there. So he was holding on the sandwiches. He gives us the sandwiches. Now we're in the back, and my friend is just drunk in the front, like just being like an idiot. He's not being disrespectful, but this guy was like had zero tolerance, and almost felt like when you're a kid and you're not allowed to like laugh, and you start laughing more.
Yeah,
it's like you're in church, or like or your parents were yelling at you or something. He was like, and so we're driving, and it's pitch black, and we're driving. It's like so much pitch. There was no street lights. And we're driving along the water, and there's all trees and everything, and there's no lights, and this guy's driving us, and now my other friend starts to eat the sandwich in the back and hide it. And he's hiding, he's trying to get out of the way of the rear view. And I'm punching him, he's trying to chew. And then my friend in the back saw that we were eating, he's like, "Oh, not fair." Like,
this is a sandwich.
Is that one of them? Is that a sandwich?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
He's so excited in the front seat.
So
he's about to get yelled at.
These homemade sandwiches, right? And so we're ducking low trying to eat so he doesn't see us in the rear view. And then my friend in the front sees it, and he's gonna tell on us, and we're like, "No, don't tell." And so like we're just cracking up, and my friend starts laughing, and he hits the dashboard laughing, and then the guy. We're driving for like 20 minutes, so we've been in the middle of nothing for a good 15 minutes. So there's nothing in front of us, nothing behind us. Mm-hmm. And he just puts his blinker on, and he just slowly slows down. And he pulls to the side of the road. No. And he goes, he adjusts his rear view to look at both of us, and he goes, "I am not liking your friend." The guy and the kid in the front. He goes, "I am not liking your friend. I am thinking he will be getting out of my cab." He said it just like that. To this day, we say it to each other all the time. The cadence.
I'm thinking
that is a verbatim what he said. He was like Russian or whatever. I don't know what he was, and he just pulled a blinker, slowed down, and we're like, we don't say anything. We're like, what is this guy doing? Is he going to piss? Like, is he going to kick us out? And then he just looked at us in the rearview, and he goes, "I am not liking your friend. I am thinking he will be getting out of my cab." And then we were like, "No, please, no. And then literally, like, he let him stay in, and we sat with like our hands folded in pure silence for like the rest of it. Because we could have been just stranded out there. You know what I mean? It was
That's so funny.
Ridiculous.
That's so funny.
Wait, let me find you.
I mean, what a fucking time. You guys look like you're having so much fun. So you did some sightseeing too?
Yeah, we did a little bit.
But like, who cares?
One day. We have to do at least one day. But so here, we're all leading up to the last night.
Okay.
And the last night we're there, we're going to, I think, what was called the
You know what I like about some of these pictures?
Yeah.
You're just taking pictures of chicks' bellies and butts.
I mean, they were all dancing and flash. Like everyone was like.
But wait, where's that one? Here, it's just like, I'm just taking a picture of a butt. It's a different time. It's just like, here's the last she knows.
I mean, everybody was taking, like, they didn't, like, they were posing for those things.
Yeah.
Like a girl would walk up to us and literally pull her top down and be like, "Take a picture."
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's with the tits out was fucking nuts.
There was one. I
The
think it might be
Asian
in there.
girl.
She just pulled it down. I was like, "Hey, everybody!"
Wow.
So it's all leading up to the last night, right?
Okay.
And there's a club there called Privilege, and what I'm told is I think, and if I'm remembering correctly, it's the
chick,
biggest
topless.
club in the world.
Okay.
So everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Like you could buy a ticket, but you could buy a ticket for a express line because it's like it holds like thousands of people, and again, like even the people that we found that we knew, and new people we met, and then they would like go to the same club as you the next night. So now we're friends with like 25 people.
You got a crew.
You got a
Dan
crew.
Or Eden.
And so everyone's like so excited because this is the night for this club particularly, right, or whatever it is. Don't know what to expect. And we get to this place, and it's just like from the outside, you're like, this is, like in the city, like a warehouse, and it's like you hear the music outside, and you're like, oh my god, it sounds like it's crazy in there. Like imagine that times like 100, right?
Yeah.
We get online, we're waiting, we're going through these stanchions, waiting to get in. As soon as you get in, they give you a map. That's how big the club was.
Wow.
They give you a map.
What?
It was like this big, almost like a baseball card size, and it like opened up like 4 or 5 accordion times over.
What?
And it was a map. It was things you needed to know. It was like whatever, and you needed the map.
What? To get around?
Yeah, dude.
It was that fucking big?
I hope I still have it somewhere. I might have saved that. It was that big. So we finally get in, and we get to. There's the main entrance, like the main area, and then it's just you could just never get lost. So we get to the main area. Okay, there's two Olympic-size swimming pools
inside
next to each other inside. Right?
At a club?
In a club, and above those,
What's it called?
I think it was here. What's the last? It's the last day. What
Okay.
does that say? Does that say privilege?
Privilege.
Yeah. So it's 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, right? This is what we walk into, okay? There's trapeze artists above the pools going back and forth, just flipping. And yeah.
Yeah, she's just showing her tits.
Yeah. So there's people on trapeze above the pool. Like literally, like free form, by the way. Like there's not a net under them. Like the pool's under them, but like they're not like, you know what I mean? They're just going for it.
Wow.
At the exact same time, there's a huge stage, and on the stage is a sex show. People are having sex on the stage. And let me tell you something.
That's what you walk in to see?
I don't know if everybody was trying to play it cool or people there are numb to it, but I walked in like, oh my God. And I'm looking around, and people didn't even blink. And I was like, I have to like maintain my composure because I cannot believe I can't believe what they're doing here. Like, it's not illegal.
They're fucking up on the wires?
No, on the stage.
What?
The trapeze artists are going.
Who's fucking? What position? Like,
It was a doggy position, and like and then the guy is like having sex with 2 girls up there. Just crazy, dude. It's just crazy.
And he was
And
the
I'm
show.
we're talking.
It
to
wasn't just
people.
some guy who got up there and started fucking.
No, it was just a show. But like, I'm talking to these girls, like beautiful girls, like I'm talking to them, and like on the stage, people are just having sex. It's just like, you try to like stay in the conversation, but it was like nobody cared. It was just wild, dude.
Wow.
It was before cell phones, right? So
yeah, so you could be uninhibited.
There was no, but wait, it was definitely before cell phones. It was was it? Wait, when did I get a cell phone?
No, I think, but okay. First of all,
It was new.
The cameras weren't anything on
No,
those.
it was flip phone. If it was
Flip phones.
not
It was
even
flip
flip.
phones.
It wasn't even flip.
2002 was flip phones, or just a brick.
because I got my first cell phone, I think, in '98.
But they didn't have cameras on them until like later.
No. These were
And also, you were in another country. The cell phone service, other countries, you couldn't get that.
Not only was the service was not good, but if you got someone, you couldn't hear anybody.
Right.
So they were useless.
Yeah.
But check this out. They had on the wall, like I'm telling you, like 60 feet in the air, there was a huge billboard. Picture like a scoreboard at a ball game.
Uh-huh.
It was this black scoreboard that only had like lit up like light, like yellow bulbs, and there was a number on the bottom of it, and you could text that number, and your message would go on the billboard. So if you needed to find your friend, like all you
that's
saw
cool.
was like guys, it's like Vinny, I'm at like this room, come find me in this, like So like people would text that to find their friends. I don't know, like the text, like I don't know why they weren't.
What would
going
you
through
text
to the
right now?
phone.
What would you text right now?
What would I text up there?
Yeah, right now.
What I don't know.
I know.
What?
This is one of the greatest fight.
This may be the greatest nightclub Fat Joe has ever seen.
Yeah.
But it begs the question because I'm
I
remembering
think you were paying for text back then.
22 years ago.
I think you had to pay for a text.
It begs the
wasn't just
question:
like,
why wouldn't they just text their friends? Because I couldn't find. I probably didn't use my cell phone because of roaming charges.
roaming
back then.
charges back then were wild.
Yeah.
It's 4 days in Montreal. Your bill will be $600.
Yeah, so I don't know, but it was this extension, this number, and you could put your message up there, and that's how people were getting in touch with each other. So maybe it was for the people who had cell phones and I didn't. I don't remember.
Yeah, interesting.
But that was crazy. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
I get removed from my friends, alone,
Oh.
fully alone, and it's not far after getting in there. We get there, we see the swimming pool, the trapeze, the sex show, the thing, meet a couple people. I mean, maybe we're like an hour and not even. It's the beginning of the night, and I lose them. And I spend like at least an hour, like going, just walking, looking for them.
Well,
And
there's a fucking map. You're never going to find
I
them.
couldn't find them. I spent an hour walking around trying to find them. I couldn't find them. I get outside, this outdoor area. I get outside. They got this like, it's almost like the World's Fair had been there. You know that stuff over in like Flushing, like those like big orbs. Like outside, it's like this big grassy hill near water, and there are these like hexagon-shaped orbs, like artwork, but they're like these big spheres, and like it looks like an installation you'd see at like a World Fair or like a mall, or I don't know what it was. And they're like, it's basically, it looks like you can, like they're like they cover you, and so everyone outside is just sitting on the floor talking. It looks like a concert, but it's not a concert, and everyone out there is just groups of people just sitting on the floor just bullshitting, and
recuperating from their fucking Molly dancing.
Yeah, or just like you want to take a break and you want to end up go to like.
Oh, that's cool.
It could be
that's
very
really cool.
Yeah, and so I'm walking.
Sounds like all this stuff is set up so intentionally for the party.
Yeah.
To like, we have places for you to relax after, in between. We have to, oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm looking for my friends, can't find him, and then some guy is like, "Yo, you want a drink or whatever?" I'm like, "Yeah." He gives me like whatever, a water, and we start talking. And he's like, "I'm with my friends over here. You want to come hang out with us?" I'm like, "All right." So I go outside. I sit down with like 3 other people, and every one of them was an Australian architect.
What?
Yeah, they were all architects from Australia. And they were the coolest people. And I sat with them and spoke to them for hours. Hours, these guys. And then at some point, hours later, one of my friends walked by and saw me outside, and I met back up with him.
Damn.
But I
Who were these guys? What'd you talk about?
I took a picture with
Who's
them.
this chick wearing an I Love Sal shirt?
People we met that we knew. Like
They're all wearing, it's like a bachelorette party. They're all,
I guess they could
Glenn.
change their words on their shirt or whatever.
Oh.
Let me see. I
Nice
thought
Beastie
I took
Boys
a picture
shirt.
with these fellas.
The last day is still coming up. Is that you?
No, that's my buddy.
God, what a fucking outfit.
Yeah, that's one of them.
One of the Australians?
That's the first guy I met. That's the first architect I met, and then he took me back to the other architects.
Just to be cool?
Yeah, come. I can't find my friends. Come hang with us. I just went and sat down. And
Who's this? Oh, he can't find his friends. Oh, hey.
Hey, what's up, dude? Oh, and it's not even like that because that was the culture.
Right.
So it wasn't like, do you mind if he sits with us? Just sat down. What's up? And they would just say their name. Cool. And you'd immediately get the pleasantries out of the way, and then just hang out. I would never do that now. You know what I'm saying? It was just wild. It really was wild.
That sounds fucking badass.
Coming home, this kid
Yeah.
shit his pants so bad on a plane that there was no hiding it.
What?
There was no hiding it, and it was during food service,
Oh.
and it was so bad that the flight attendants
Yeah.
decided not to collect everybody's food.
What do you mean not to,
They were gonna, like, when it was time to collect food and throw the garbage out, they just didn't come to do it. People sat with their food for like 2 hours before they came back in that area. And he was beat red, and we all were like, he did it, and it was like, mortifying. But like, it smelled so bad, and it was on a plane, so you couldn't escape it. Yeah.
Wow.
At the time, I was working for Prudential Securities, and I forgot this, but I just saw that picture. At the end, we went to get henna tattoos.
Yeah.
That was a full sleeve, like a full forearm henna tattoo. And basically what happens is they do it and you let it dry, and then it's supposed to last like, I forget, but it's supposed
Chris
to last
Angel. It's a Chris Angel tattoo.
it's supposed to last like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I get one. My friend gets one on his leg. I was like, do I get it? Because back then I don't think did I have a tattoo yet? I did, but it wasn't anything visible, and I was thinking of getting an arm one, and I didn't know. But believe it or not, back then in the workforce, it was like frowned upon to have like a tattoo showing on your arm. So I was like, well, F them. I'm going to get this henna one. It's temporary. They can't say shit.
Yeah.
I'll say, got it on vacation. It's going to go away soon. Just see what the reaction was.
Test it for Will Smith's son.
What?
Test it for when you want to get Will Smith's son.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Multiple. Will Smith's son. So I did that. So I took it back, and I remember having that for weeks at my job. My buddy, Donato, he got it, and he had an allergic reaction to the what's it called again? Henna.
Yeah.
He had an allergic reaction to it. By the time we got home, it was on his leg. It was burning his skin, burning through his skin, like festering.
No.
He had to go rush off and get antibiotics, get creams, everything, and like, dude, it looked like he had like burns from a fire on his leg in the shape of the henna tattoo
of that.
Yeah, and eventually, when the henna died off, he still had like the scarring and like redness.
Wow.
And so he had
Donato.
he had it red. You know Donato.
I don't know Donato.
Yeah. He got better, but it was crazy. He had an allergic reaction to it.
What's this bus right here? You're all on a bus. To the
Some
airport?
places, no. Some places there'd be buses to get to clubs.
Dude, these girls, and then up here too, but everyone looks like they're having such a fucking fun time.
Everyone is.
No, not like no inhibitions. We're like, oh, I'm licking my tit. Not that. Just like
Joyous
happiness without thinking about what do I look like. Just like we're having a good. Oh, look at. She's like, yeah, whatever she's looking at, is like go and happy for whoever she's looking at.
Yeah. So just remember, like anybody involved in this scene.
Yeah.
There was no
Early bucket hat.
no
Before they
hate,
were cool.
no animosity, no hate,
Wow.
no fighting, no nothing. So it was just everyone was really cool everywhere, and so that's what you get. That's what that equals. Like you just feel great. Like you just feel like everyone's having a great time. Anybody will help you out. You're meeting new people. You know, everyone's on the same exact page.
Ugh, that's you.
I can't see, but could be.
Did you have any realizations of you look better and worse in these pictures, depending on the pic, about yourself, or did you sometimes after music festivals, people I just want to stay here and keep, and you're like, well, it's closing on Sunday, so you can't.
Yeah.
My Monday morning, it's all going to be.
Yeah, I mean there were plenty of times where the clubs turn the lights on. You know, it's like 10, even here in in Manhattan, like going to Sound Factory or Tunnel or those places, you stay and then turn the lights on. It's so funny. It looks like The Walking Dead. Like, just everyone in their nighttime outfits just pouring out into a hot sunny morning. People are going to get breakfast and things. My buddy, we used to deliver mail, and he was the guy that used to get it for everybody.
Yeah.
And he would go out, and he knew everyone at all the clubs, and we'd go out. He'd always drive everyone. He had a big expedition or whatever, so he'd take 7, 8 people, and he drove. So when he had work in the morning to go deliver the mail, sometimes he'd be like, all right, this is my time. I got to leave now. And everybody was like, oh, we want to stay. Don't leave. And he used to be like, I will stay. And I will stay, and I will not go home. I will stay out the whole night and not go to sleep if you deliver the mail with me. And I used to go deliver the mail with him. I used to go in the mail truck, which is literally illegal. So I'm just joking about it. And I used to I'm joking about this, but we used to deliver. I used to deliver mail. He'd park it. I'd get a bag. He had a bag, and we go up and down the opposite sides of the block.
Helping him?
Yeah. I'm like, I got you. I delivered the United States Post. I'm joking, but yeah.
Wow.
On Staten Island.
But you did take drugs.
No, I'm joking about that.
Which was more illegal? Helping a mailman deliver the mail or taking Molly?
I think it might be the mailman.
I think it might be the mailman.
Yeah.
Assisting one.
Yeah.
It might be more illegal than just.
Everything was on the up and up, aside from the fact that I had no jurisdiction to do that.
Right. Yeah. You did it.
I didn't take anything. I think if you open or take something, it's a federal offense. I just delivered it. But and also, if someone saw me, he would have been fired immediately.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, when I said realizations, I meant like life realizations. Where like I want to be something like a drugged. And when I'm on vacation, I think clearly. That's usually when I get in trouble on podcasts. My first week back.
Okay.
Is
You're coming back with a clear head or something.
Clear head, and I'll just say something. And I haven't seen anybody, so I don't feel like I'm about to run into that guy.
Yeah.
So I'll like put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. That's when you can get me in real trouble.
I bet you I could tell you the times you just got home from vacation.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. But it's just like you're thinking clear about the whole world and your life on the planet. Just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
you turned off a little bit.
I want to talk to my mom more or less.
That's what meditating's about, you know? You shut off and then you let everything reset and then kind of things can just come to the forefront of your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I didn't have any realizations. The only realization I had is that I need to stop doing it. Because I'd go to work and there was a time, like I said, like people would be like, oh, I need you to do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, okay. And then they'd walk away and I'd literally be like, wait, what did they just say? And I was never like that. And as soon as that happened,
It's gotta be related.
immediately I was like, 100% done.
Wow.
It wasn't like hard to stop. That happened and I was like, I feel just like a little more dull around the edges. Like I'm not as quick. And as soon as I felt like I was a little less quick, I never did it again.
Wow.
Ever again.
There's this drug crocodile. You know anything about it?
Crocodile?
Yeah, it's a Russian. I think I don't know for sure.
I think it's pronounced crocodile.
It's no e at the end.
I know.
It's a Russian like kind of meth hybrid or something. And anyway, negative side effects.
A Russian kind of meth hybrid is the scariest collection of words I've ever heard in my life.
Eats away at your skin as a byproduct, as a side effect. So, but I'm like, how good must it be where if you start seeing exposed bone and you don't go, oh, well, I mean, that's it. I have to stop doing You're like, no, I'm going to keep doing it. You were like, I couldn't follow directions at work. I better stop doing this.
Yeah.
But they have exposed bones. And they're like, maybe it's something else. Could be the sun. The ozone, I heard, is pretty bad.
Oh, I feel so bad for that type.
They caught that as a disease, yeah. So that sounds fucking epic. Clearly, this is the better podcast to do.
Yeah.
Promote your special, Terrified on YouTube.com right now. What's that? Oh, I know what it was. Than what we did before.
Yeah, this
what
was a
a
better
fucking
one.
blast.
When I was doing the other one, when we were doing the other one, like, I don't, during it, I'm like, I don't know.
I just remember you showing me pictures. Like, what a cool place.
It was
You
the Amalfi
swim
Coast in Italy.
Yeah, yeah.
It was beautiful, and it was a whole story with getting upgraded and something fucking up, and the food, and like just the town and all the pictures and stuff. But it was like a very beautiful, pleasant, fun vacation with my lady. This was just debauchery.
Yeah.
This is what was.
What are the drugs you take? Just ecstasy.
Also, You Be Trippin.
You Be Trippin. Yeah.
That's all I took. Yeah.
Just ecstasy.
That's it, literally.
And booze.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't drink when I took it.
Yeah, you don't drink.
No, you
really
don't want to,
have
and you shouldn't. Yeah, it kills. It actually works against it.
When I was in Berlin, I got into some nightclub and it was sort of similar thing. What the overwhelming, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was like waiting I didn't find drugs yet, and I was like, I'll have a beer. My buddy like, want a beer? He's like, sure. And the bartender's like, okay. And was like, and a bottle of water. I was like, bottle of water, okay. And then just like, what dorks? He's just looking at us. I didn't realize till I'm like, what? Why can't we get a bottle
getting
of
a beer?
Well, so then I looked to my left. Everyone in the bathroom, just faucet, head under, just drinking water. And like, who would get beers when everyone's on drugs?
Right.
Who would bother getting an
right,
alcohol?
Right.
And then he turned and walked away. He had like an apron, turned and walked away, and just like naked, just butt
the
exposed.
bartender?
Yeah, butt exposed. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Just shoes and an apron.
That's hysterical.
Yeah. This sounds what a fucking fun trip.
Yeah, man. I haven't
Spain.
spoken about that or thought about it or told those stories. Like, I mean, it's since like I don't remember. Like I haven't.
How many days did you go for?
It was 9 days, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. Ibiza, and I think it's still that.
It's still that.
I think it is. I don't know who the hell knows what it would be like now, dude. That would be a funny doc. Like
Going
it's
now.
the 25-year anniversary
of whoever's epic
go
trip
back and go do it. Like try to do it again. I could.
Would you be even
you couldn't pay
allowed
me
on the dance floor now as an older man? They'd be like, what the fuck, creep?
I don't even know what they're doing.
I wonder what they do
now.
with cell phones now. In Berlin, it's either they put a sticker on your phone on the lens.
Yeah.
Say if this comes out, not only you kicked out, you'll never be back here ever.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
In regular clubs?
In a high level club.
Oh yeah.
And the other clubs, it's just no one takes their phone out. It's just an etiquette of like, hey, we're all getting loose here. Just don't do it.
It always like amazes me. It makes me hopeful and angry when other cultures collectively agree to do something that's the right thing.
That's the right thing.
And that means, so it can be done.
Yeah, it can be
done.
done.
So we're just selfish assholes here.
We're just cunts. I get it if there's a cop fucking kneeing someone to death in their neck. Sure, pull out your phone and get this on camera.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But we're all partying, bro.
Right.
Or that guy's drunk, throwing up on the street. You don't need to record it.
Yeah.
And I was saying as a guy who's recorded that plenty.
Yeah.
It's just we're a trash society.
There's other instances because that's not all I was thinking about, but just etiquette. That's you ever see that show on Netflix where it's like somewhere in Asia and when a kid's like 2 or 3, they just let them be literally autonomous and go into town.
Oh wow.
And they film it so they made a show of it because it's like insane. So the culture is such that there is no crime, and every single person,
mess with the kid?
if they see a kid, every single person knows to take care of the kid. To keep an eye on the kid.
Some kid's like, hey, where's they?
Dude, they showed a 3-year-old kid leave a house and walk 10 minutes into town to go to the grocery store for their parents and come back 3.
Wow.
I'm like, that is possible? Like that would never happen here. Even if I went there, I wouldn't.
I remember my uncle sending me for beers for the family to the corner store. So it was like half a
How
block.
old?
8?
8, corner store.
But yeah, it's not the same thing. But I'm saying they allowed me to buy a 12-pack of beers.
Oh, really?
As an 8-year-old.
Okay.
It wasn't like
right.
It was like, well, you don't have $30, so this clearly
it's not for
else.
you.
Yeah, you've been sent on an errand.
Yeah, but I'm saying over there, even though there's still like the bad apple, like you're still sending a kid out and being like, all right, everyone take a look at it, but there's got to be a guy that's like not.
There's got to be some 8-year-olds like boozing.
Yeah,
this is in Petah Israel, so it's like we wouldn't do it here.
You remember we came out of
Flaming Lips?
Yes. I have video of us. I don't know if you probably have it because we probably shared it, but we are hysterical laughing. Just cannot stop laughing over like probably nothing. I probably said something because we remember we came out and there was balloons. People gave us those balloons.
All I heard was 1 for 10, 3 for 20, and I was like, I'll be right back, you guys.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, what is that? What? I'm like, I know what it is. It's 1 for 10, 3 for 10. It's balloons. Let's go.
Well, nobody told me what it was, and I thought I was breathing. I thought someone handed me a party balloon, and I was breathing in helium.
On the floor, fucking, with the womp womps, and just dying laughing, and then you're like, Sal Vulcano, it's not working. My name is Sal Vulcano. It's not working. And I'm like, what? Do the whole thing. Like, half it. Like, my name is Sal Vulcano. It's not working. I'm like, What's not working? I'm like, my voice isn't getting higher. Everyone's like, that's not helium. I'm like, so I'm just sucking in air? Like, I thought you guys like pranked me. And then you're like, no, it's nitrous oxide. I was like, what do you mean it's nitrous oxide? It's not a bar
where did
mitzvah.
you get it? And it's like the guy holding the balloons. I'm like, that guy is standing in the middle of the street, not worried of any repercussion, selling balloons filled with nitrous oxide to people.
Yeah.
And then it just like hit me, and then I started like, and then I actually
you took one. You got one down.
I sucked the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Before I knew what it was.
How much did it rule nitrous?
It was like very fast.
It's fast.
But also I fell and cut my leg. It was the first time I had one of those.
You got to take a knee.
It was first time I had one of those like childhood knee abrasions like that are just like this big, and you wait like 6 weeks for them to heal. I literally under my pants was bleeding.
Oh my
and then
God.
we went to that diner, and I don't remember, but there was like a fly. Do you remember this?
The waiter hated us right away.
Hated us, yeah.
Hated us. That Flaming Lips. They were coming right out of the pandemic. They were playing at, I think, Brooklyn Steel, too small a place for their fucking giant balloons.
Yeah.
But what a fun time to be out with people again.
It was good. Yeah.
And out at Flaming Lips.
Yeah.
Where it's just feel good. We must have been on. Did we take anything?
Weed.
Just weed.
Yeah.
What a blast it was, though.
Yeah. I got to tell, if Brooklyn Steel's watching,
yeah,
just a couple more seats.
There's no seats.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
It's not a.
You
I
got to
think
go out in the hallway.
If I'm Brooklyn Steel retorting,
yeah.
hey, buddy, I recommend you some other places you should go.
I know, but honestly, who can stand without? Because it's so crowded.
Out in the lobby, there should be seats.
Yeah.
The recuperate
There's
place.
like 2 benches out there.
There's 2 benches. That's it.
Yeah.
You're not going to take it.
Give me something, because like I felt like my feet were completely numb. I didn't feel them. Just felt like I had 2 stumps.
Well, it's a good thing we fucking whipped you down onto the street. Those are so fun. Those nitros were so fun.
I never did that before, and I probably won't do it again.
You will do it again.
No, I feel like I
will
don't
do it
want to.
again.
I don't want to breathe in gases that are like not to be breathed in. I don't need to do it. I laugh.
It's
I laugh.
retarded.
I'm a laugher.
You drink.
I just feel like it's gonna like kill my brain or something like
Yeah, it
that.
kills your brain cells. They come back.
No, I don't know if they do.
They recuperate. They regenerate. It's
I
like
don't-
giving blood.
I
You're
don't-
not out of blood.
I know, but I don't think they recuperate. I think that's a common misconception. I think you have. I think we have
common
tons
conception
of
is
them.
they don't recuperate.
I think we have tons of them.
Yeah.
And so you think they recuperate, but at the end of the day, they do not recuperate.
Interesting.
Well, why was I reacting slower to things people told me and not remembering things?
You were doing it all the time. You never had time to recuperate. What do you mean? After whippets?
No.
After all those drugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point they can shoot a hole in your. I mean, they can destroy your liver on booze.
I just
but-
feel like gas. Like I don't know like what the ceiling is there. Like what if you suck in too much? You have like a freaking stroke or something.
First one I ever saw on those, did I tell you?
No, I don't know.
It was in Thailand at a full moon party, and we wandered away in between the mushroom shake place, the happy shake place, and like one of the DJ dance places. There was sort of an indoor giant canister. Some guys, what do I do? My buddy Sarah's like, I'll show you. Some guy was like, hey, you going up next? I'm like, I'm still worried. Let me get. And he goes, do you mind? I'm like, yeah, sure. Gives the guy the fucking $1 or whatever it was. Way cheaper there. Breathes it in. Go. He holds it and he just goes. Starts conks over on just a cement floor. Just a cement Thailand floor.
This is what I'm
Conks
saying.
over, busts his head, and we're like, what the fuck? Like 2 seconds later, goes, oh yes!
Nah, not for me.
And we're like, all right, but then we took knees. Like
Yeah,
I'm taking a knee.
yeah,
I don't need to fall from straight up.
Yeah. I want to know that guy though. Like, if cops just turn the corner, he's there selling balloons. What, did you just let him go and run?
It was a black dude in Black Lives Matter time, so they wouldn't have been arrested. I think they'd be like, guys, get out of here. I think they're like, guys, get out of here. You do it that openly, it's not punishable.
Okay.
Or you wouldn't do it that openly.
Okay.
Right? I don't.
So he's got a tank
You
at
can
home.
buy nitrous. You can buy balloons.
Yeah.
You can buy them in any headshot. You just can't do them all together.
Okay.
You know? It's like before weed was legal. You could buy a fucking weed pipe
Right.
and a grinder.
Right.
And it's like,
Okay.
I'm not telling you what to use this for.
All right. My tour is also on sale right now.
Okay.
Went on sale the
great.
same day as the special, which is special, like you said, youtube.com, www.
Hold on. I'm going to do this as an insert. This is way too late in this.
Okay.
But anyway, guys, everybody go watch the special, Terrified.
Yes. It's free on YouTube.
I've only produced would I bother doing this for 3 people. So it is of super high quality. It's on youtube.com. Terrified, Sal Vulcano's amazing special, his debut special. Go leave a comment. What kind of comments should I leave just based on this fucking thing that came from this? Start a conversation. Sounds like a douche, something like that.
Don't give me that.
Nah, that'll get misconstrued.
Get
Bert had to
misconstrued.
stop doing like, hey, stop saying I'm racist. It's getting past
Right,
our little
right,
circle,
right,
and
right.
people like don't understand it.
Wait,
yeah.
so is this inserted?
No. This is wrapping up now.
Okay, we'll do an insert for the tour.
Yeah. Leave a comment. But anyway, leave a comment. Something I don't know.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you do like it, if you could hit like and leave a comment. And
Leave a comment. It'll help the algorithm.
And share it. It helps.
Share
a
it with your
lot.
friends. Yeah, do that too. By the way, if you're on Instagram or Twitter, get off Twitter. But if you're on, before you get off, fucking post about this. Post a story on your Instagram page and just fucking, I don't know, post a little video. Steal a video. Take 10 seconds. 60 seconds of video of his special. Post it up on your Instagram page. Your
Yeah, or
favorite
just share it from
40
my
to 60
account.
seconds. What?
Whatever. Just share it any way you can.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
But yeah, do you have any travel tips? General travel tips? We don't need one. We're pretty far in now.
I'm just saying this because I've done it to myself too many times.
Oh, okay.
pack light. Pack lighter than you think. When you think you've done, and you said, all right, I packed light, take away another 10% at least.
Wow.
Another 10, 15%.
Here's what I find with
just
that.
Deal with it if it ends up happening that you need it.
Almost anywhere you go, you can get the thing you're gonna need.
Yeah.
If it's like toothpaste or bug spray or fucking sunblock, you'll find it. If it's hiking boots, all right, you might need to find those where you are and really shop for those. But anything, a tent you could find anywhere.
But if you really achieve it and you're traveling lean, it's such a better feeling.
You can buy shirts, you can buy underwear, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you don't have. Okay, good one.
Yeah.
All right, Sal Vulcano, thank you very much. And where are you touring? When does the tour start?
Tour starts in September, but it's on sale right now. Everything's Fine tour. 30 cities are up right now, but we're adding probably every city in the United States. So if you don't see it, don't yell at me why I hate it, why I hate your city and why you're not coming there. 30 cities are up right now for the
Sal
first leg.
Vulcano.com.
Comedy. SalVulcano.comedy.com. Tours, everything's fine. And then I'm actually finishing my tour with the Jokers through August.
Yeah.
And you can get those tickets on my website as well. And then September starts my solo
Your
material.
solo tour. That's what you really want to do.
New material. Nothing from the special
Nothing from
and
the
nothing
special.
if you've seen me in the past. So
Wow, it's exciting, buddy.
yeah.
It's your first big solo tour like that.
Well, no, I
you've
toured
done
solo.
it, yeah.
I finished a big one to get to this special.
Oh, yeah.
But it is my first really overhaul of a new hour. You know, I had a couple.
Hey, I'll tell you what, buddy. This is what I've noticed. Everybody levels up after a special. You see the things you wish you would have done, or it's just like there's no reason to move past your material because it's like I've been doing this joke for 10 years, it works. There's no reason to like write another one, but you're a better comic now.
Right.
And so then you're like, well, it's done now. Now you write a new joke, and it's like, wow, even better.
Yeah.
Everybody says it. Even Jordan and Colin put out the half. They were like, oh, I wish I could have done it now. Like, everybody levels up.
Yeah. In this special, I have jokes as old as 8 years and jokes as new as 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, man, thank you, really,
buddy.
for guiding me through that whole thing, man.
It was fun to do.
You wore many hats for real, for a moment of sincerity, and you were very, very generous with everything. You still are right now, as it just is being released. So
yeah,
I'm glad I had someone like that I was that close to bounce everything off of. Otherwise, I kind of would have been kind of just navigating it.
You're flying blind. You don't quite know how to do it. You need someone, another comic also, instead of just some guy or one of your Jews to tell you like oh, you should do this. And like, oh, I guess the Jews have a great way of talking you into an idea that you wouldn't quite be right on.
That's
like, oh, I was just in Salt Lake like 8 months ago. Like, it's a new crowd. They'll forget. I'm like, really? And it's like, won't be the same. People are like, okay. And then people are like, we all saw this thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I knew it.
Yeah.
Kanye was right, is my point.
No.
Yeah. You just need somebody, even the seating and how to get that done. And it's just like, you got better shit to worry about.
There's so much.
So many little details.
So much that people have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it was months of work.
Yeah.
Not even talking about the material.
And then the material too is like, well, why do you want to start with this?
Yeah.
What are you starting with? Why? Let's talk about this. Why isn't this joke the same as that joke? Like, oh, maybe I'll lose one.
I mean, I was editing and changing jokes and punching them up and cutting stuff out up to the minute before every single show.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff in this special that I said for the first time right then. Like, I just kind of like went for it.
And that's how it should be. It's like, you can't be too like glossy. Like, here's the routine. It's like, still you're having fun.
Yeah, you got it.
Should be like the week before where you're still like, if something happens, like, I'll just come. If I thought you should be able to like go in and out, but have a good.
Yeah, that's one thing you said to me because like the first night, I was like, I didn't like the first show, and the second one,
wasn't as full.
It wasn't as full, but it was good.
Yeah, it was
like,
great.
I thought I got it after that one.
Yeah.
But then the one after that, like I was like, oh my god, if I thought I got it on that one, this is.
Is that the one with the water?
Yeah, and then the next one was like it was just unreal.
The crowd started. You got thirsty and drank some water, and then they were just like, somebody was like, I don't even know if somebody said anything, like, nice drink of water, but then they started like, every time you drank, the crowd would go nuts. They just, as a group,
it was a whole thing.
Got on
10 times,
and then you're like,
yeah,
and they're like, yeah.
It was
so
fun.
great. They were
a
so
lot of
in.
people are like, is it in? And why isn't it? It's like I looked at it, but it was like it just detracted too much time, detracted from like the stuff and comedy and stuff. But
it was so wild though, but then you got it. Even that, it was like, wait, why am I doing 4 shows? I'm paying nearly double to do 2 extra shows. I'm like, for your peace of mind, you're gonna want.
I am so happy I did that.
Yeah, then you woke up the second day like going, I've already got a B plus
Yeah.
ready to go. So there's no pressure here.
And the thing that was happening with me was because I was editing and adding and everything up to the minute of every show. And even before that, I did a run of like 15 cities right before that. And every single night I recorded, and I had the shows recorded, and I watched every single one of those. And I was like just cutting stuff and this and that. And the crazy thing is like when you start making changes each night, it's almost like, wait, I made changes 3 nights ago. But then I changed that back, and like I'm remembering tonight's changes, but I have to remember those nights' changes, and I'm changing jokes some of the jokes I've been saying for years. So your brain, you have to like, so going into the first night, it wasn't nerves like if I just did my set, it would just maybe nerves, just excitement that it was, but it was like, oh my God, I was so overthinking to make sure that I got every single little tweak, punch up, edit. I got it exactly right, so I wanted to make sure that it was because that was its best form.
Yeah.
And so I was so hyper focused on that the first night, and then the second night I was more of a fuck it attitude.
Wow.
I was like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. And you were like, just have fun. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out there. And
just have fun.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're doing here.
Yeah. And I did. I had a blast on those 2 shows.
When your button popped off your shirt, and you were like, I was sitting in the back with Eric at the time.
Yeah.
I was constantly like, okay, how's this seating done? I'm moving around. I'm like, hey, the smoke machine's fucked up. The smoke machine fucked up.
Did
I'm
it?
done with these smoke machines.
Yeah,
they
I
fuck
don't
up
even know
every
this
time.
to this minute.
Yeah, and I went back there. I'm like, hey, this ain't on. And like, did you mess? I'm like, no. And then I said something like, wait, what? I'm like, it's not gonna match. With Jay's, at some point, it looked like a cigarette went out a fucking bale of hay behind him, and it just started like, and it was like,
I didn't even know that.
yeah. And I was like, and they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, but if no one's running around, it's just anyway, whatever. But
my
so
button
the
popped
button
off
popped
my
up,
shirt.
and it was like somebody did something, and I was like, and I'm starting to scramble, and you're like, should I? You broke, which is nice. You're like, should I keep going? I'm like, hang on. I'm like, all right, it's already interrupted, so I can interrupt you now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm getting it. I run get the shirt.
Yeah, the second shirt.
You changed the shirt.
I was like, holy shit, my button just fell right in the middle of that. I was in a groove. We just started, everyone started laughing. I'm just like, this is why I bought 2 shirts.
Yeah. All right, well, guys, that's the episode. I'm not going to do an outro over this one. I'll just do it now. Watch Sal's special. Watch my special, Jew. It's on YouTube right now. My vinyl is available for sale of Jew.
Oh, I want that.
Only 1,000 copies, Sal.
Do you have any in stock right here that I could buy?
I don't. It's tomorrow.
Can you
I'm going
put one
to look
aside
at
for me?
Yeah, I can. You were at the taping. You're in the booklet.
I am?
Yeah, a picture of you at the special.
Oh shit!
Bunch
no
of us
way.
hanging out talking.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I think you were in a ZC Santino, O'Connor, I forget.
Oh, that's
Isla,
awesome.
maybe. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm hoping to press one of this as well.
you should.
Yeah.
And that's it. Grinders and shirts all available at arishaffir.com. And the Patreon is going strong. New episode pretty much every week. But the real thing is I'm trying to did I tell you what I want to do? Patreon.
What?
As soon as I get to maybe 2,000 subscribers, whatever it is, it's just building right now. I'm gonna send somebody around the world.
What do you mean?
Year.
Of the Patreon?
Yeah. Not necessarily a patron, but like somebody.
Around the world to do what? Around the world meaning what?
Just go to Southeast Asia for a year. Go to South America for a year. Around the world mean go where it takes you. You know, stay in hostels.
What do you mean you're sending someone? You mean
You're
monetarily you're fronting them
find
money?
a candidate.
How much is that?
Probably 10 to 20 grand.
No.
What do you mean?
That's not necessary. It's too much.
Do you think I can do it for cheaper?
I just yeah. Just like send them away for a week.
Nah, that's what we're doing.
10 to 20 grand. You know what you have to make before commissions and taxes?
Yeah. Patreon takes some. I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so then I don't want them like fucking writing in all the time and stay. I want them like having their own experience, but like find like not an internet cafe, but like if a hostel has a fucking computer, register a new account once a month or so. Let us know what you're up to.
Okay.
But just have a blast.
And then the idea being that's it, or the idea
That's
being
it.
that
Have a
they
good
come
time.
back and sit here and they.
Well, maybe we'll do an episode
Yeah,
when they come back.
you should at least do that.
How was your year abroad based on the patrons?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
I mean, who do you even bestow that to? Also,
So we got to take candidates.
is it a solo person?
Yeah.
You're not paying for 2 people.
Nope, not paying for 2. They'll meet people, but also, and then I thought it out. I'm not just gonna say here's 15 grand on a credit card. I'm gonna keep putting 1,000 on there every 3 weeks.
Nice.
budget yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want you just blowing it all in 3
Yeah,
weeks.
you
and
got
then
it. You
fucking-
have to do it that way.
Yeah, because I could easily see a world like, sweet, scuba diving 4 times a day for fucking
Right,
1
right,
month. See you
right.
later. Back home. 5-star resorts.
And they're allowed to just go wherever.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like those kids. It's all the fucking gap year kids. Or somebody wants to quit their job at 30 years old, or
Yeah.
just like got a divorce.
Or like someone like me.
Absolutely. Yeah, you want to escape your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Patreon. So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Until next week, I believe it's Ian Laura next week. Talking about Dominican Republic. I have nothing here from there. Today's episode was produced by Your Mom's House Network. It was edited by Alan Caffey. And that is it. Have a good night.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.